Did you know that 67% of couples wait an average of 6 years before getting help for their relationship, and that an astonishing 90% of divorcing couples never seek help? I think it's safe to say that none of us want to be one of those statistics, but the sad truth is that it is becoming harder and harder to stay connected to our spouse and keep our families together. I know this because I was facing the exact same situation and have gone through exactly what you're going through. Hi, I'm Jonathan Van Vegan. I'm a relationship expert, and I help people keep their families together when their spouse is walking out the door so their children don't have to grow up in divorced homes. Now, I've been where you are. My wife turned to me one day and said she didn't know if she loved me anymore. I remember the moment that I was holding our daughter in my arms, tears flowing down my cheeks, thinking that I was going to lose my daughter if my wife and I divorced. Those words hurt, and they were also shocking. They came out of left field. They scared me incredibly. I was scared to lose my wife, the life we'd built together, and most importantly, my daughter. But thankfully, there was a reason for my wife's feelings. She was a new mom, struggling with the responsibility of having a child attached to her for 23 out of 24 hours a day. She was going through a tremendous amount of personal change, and all the upheaval in our day-to-day life made it incredibly difficult for us to stay connected to one another. In short, we struggled to adjust to our growing family. We struggled to be happy. We struggled with all the change happening in our lives. Thankfully, though, I was motivated to win her back and keep our family together. I was also fortunate that I was learning to become a relationship expert and began graduate training in the field of marriage and family therapy. So let's fast forward to today. Today, my wife and I are happy. We have 2 children, and we're in as much love today as we were on the day we said I do. And I want to tell you that you can have the same positive outcome for you and your spouse as I am fortunate to have. And you can do it quickly, because when you're scared, in shock, worried about losing your spouse, your family, your kids, you want nothing more than change that happens quickly. And I'm here to tell you that change can happen quickly. When you become my client, everything can move quickly and you will see improvements in no time. There is a requirement to saving your relationship though, and that is that you must be highly motivated to win your spouse back. Yes, it's going to cost you time and effort, but thankfully I'm going to teach you the tools and strategies using my method and my program that is going to win your spouse back without them realizing that you're doing just that. My program is going to allow you to win your spouse back in a way that makes them want to think that they don't want to leave you. You must win your spouse back by allowing them to think that they don't want to leave you, because the harder you grip them, the easier it is for you to lose them. It's like gripping sand in your palm. The harder you grip, the faster you lose it between your fingers. Now, I'm going to teach you how not to lose your spouse. If you want a life-saving transformation and to keep your family together, then after you've watched this video, fill out the application form. I don't work with everyone. I'm very selective with who I work with. That is because I only work with clients who are highly motivated individuals. They're dedicated and they're willing to put in the time and the effort to save their relationship. The people who work with me and become my clients know that if they divorce, they're going to lose hundreds of thousands of dollars. They're going to lose access to their kids. They're going to be lonely on those family holidays like Christmas and Thanksgiving. And I'm only interested in working with people who want to save their relationship. Now, you're not going to have to pull out all the stops to save your relationship, because when you work with me, I'm going to teach you how to make it so that your partner pulls out some of those stops too. They're going to put in the work to save your relationship, only they're not going to know that they're doing it. Because how you accomplish that is the method that I use, and I will teach you when you become my client. The next thing is that things are going to move quickly when we start to work together. From the moment you fill out the application form, either one of my team members or myself will call you, and we're going to have our first intake call. During that intake call, we're going to cover your entire situation. We're going to talk about what's going on in your relationship today. We're going to talk about what went wrong in your relationship. But most importantly, we're going to talk about, and we're going to start talking about what's working in your relationship. We're going to go back to your relationship and formulate a plan using all the information that you provided, and we're going to get to work at the very next call. When the minute you start seeing me, you're going to see results. Fill out the application form, and either myself or one of my team members will contact you to collect more information. It can get a little difficult for me to call everyone personally who is interested in my program. I spend most of my time working closely with clients to deliver effective and expedited solutions to their problems. It's also because not everyone qualifies for the program. But if you qualify, you can expect to see results quickly. How quickly will you see results? Well, the shorter answer is it can take as quickly as you want it to. But it can also take a long time depending on your level of motivation and effort. I've worked with clients who've stood up in the middle of our first meeting and together said, "Thank you very much." They didn't even finish the first session. I've also worked with couples that wanted to go deeper into their relationship, to find new coping strategies and skills to keep their relationship happy long term. But I would say, on average, within 3 to 4 weeks, things have turned around for most couples. They finish our work together because they are happy with the fact that they kept their family together and their kids from growing up in a divorced household. So, thank you so much for watching to the end, and before I forget, let me just remind you to fill out the application below and see if you qualify for the program. If you're anything like me and you want nothing more than to win your spouse back, I know with your motivation and your effort combined with my system, we're going to work to keep your family together and allow you to be happy in a relationship once again. I look forward to seeing your application.